Here is the Store Audit tool. This tool is available only for premium users because it is such an extensive, in-depth tool. So when you first sign up for the Store Audit, you'll have to enter in your store URL. And what that will do is allow SellerSpy to run the Store Audit for the first time and then weekly going forward. And what the Store Audit does is it kind of gives you an overall view of how many keywords you are optimized for, what the rankings are for those keywords week over week, the number of bundles, number of titles that might not be using those 80 characters given to us by TPT for each product, and other metrics to see, what optimizations you can make to your store and your products to push your visibility and therefore your sales. So this is actually my Store Audit. I have a store called Joyful Mysteries. I don't have a ton of products. There's 26 products in there. And the first group is just the number of products, how many bundles you have, how many products are already in bundles. So they could be in multiple bundles, but as long as they're in a bundle, it'll show up here. And how many products are just standalone, not bundled at all. And so those are my products. The next group is just kind of a keyword overview. The first box over here is going to show you just how many keywords we found for the products in your store. And as you add products to your store, this number should go up and up. I haven't added a product in a while, so that's why this is pretty flat. The next is the number of keywords you're ranking for. So of all these keywords, how many of your products are showing up in the first 5 pages? So here I'm showing up in the first 5 pages for 84 different keywords. And then here, which is really probably our most important ranking, right? We want to be on the first page, is how many keywords am I showing up on the first page for? So I'm showing up on the first page for 31 different keywords. Last week it was 30. This week it's 31. Yay. Now the next 2 graphs are just kind of some of this information in graph form. If you click here, you can kind of toggle the metrics so you can see them in the graph. And this one metrics I want to talk about is called keyword coverage. And it matches this keywords found metric here. You can see keyword coverage. And really what it means is just how many total keywords are you optimized for. The more keywords you're optimized for, the more possibilities you will have for being found by your customers. So that's why this metric is important. You want that keyword coverage to always be going up, because that, even if it's a free product that you're getting in front of a customer, they have your name, and if they download that free product, they'll have the information about you and your store in that product. So that's why keyword coverage is so important. You want that number to go up. The next graph is keyword ranking by page. So how many rankings you have on page 1, page 2, and page 3. So up here we show you the page 1 ranking. So that's what that number is here, but it'll also show you page 2 and page 3 just for a full view of how well you're ranking overall. If you want to see what keywords you're ranking for, you can click here and you will get a pop-up. We'll show you exactly what keyword and product you're ranking for on that first page. Okay. And if you click on it, you will be brought down below to the actual product, but I'll show you that in a second. The next is a store analysis group. This group will give you just some quick optimizations or some high level optimization ideas. So the number of unbundled products. So here you would want to bundle these products. We know TPT has great upsell options when you bundle a product. So in search results, if a product is in a bundle, you get an additional link below to the bundled product. If you have a bundle, you'll see additional links to the individual products within that bundle. So it behooves us to create bundles and add products to those bundles. So here, if you click view products, it'll show you which products you do not have in bundles. So an opportunity to add those into bundles. The next is number of products with less than 55 characters in them. Thankfully, I have 0, but you really do want to optimize as that real estate that we have. We have 80 characters in the title. You want to add as many words in there as possible so you can show up in the search results for more keywords. Okay, next, the number of products not ranking for any keyword. So the way I use this is like, do I need to switch out these keywords? Like, I'm not making any progress here. Should I switch something out? So that's what I would use. That's kind of the action item if I have products in that group. And then the last group is number of products not ranking for any keyword in the first 3 pages. So similar to the first 5, but this is really in the first 3. Okay, now we get down to the real detail. So this is the high level up top. And if you want to know product by product how you're doing, this is where you want to look. So we have filters on the top, so you can really filter by, keyword. You can filter by less than 55 titles. I don't have those, thankfully. Not ranking at all. So these don't rank at all in the first 5 pages, not ranking in the first 3. So you can kind of hone into these sections pretty easily here. But you can really dive into each product to see how it's been performing week over week by finding your product. Let's see. We're going to look at an Easter product. So I'm just going to put Easter in because that's just easier. Okay. This is what I want. The cut and paste religious Easter activity. So I found 35 keywords. I'm on the first 5 pages for 15 of them. I'm on the first page for 3 and second page for 6. If I hit this first caret here, it's going to expand a week over week view. So you can see the change week over week. Now, I haven't done a lot of optimizing, so this has been pretty much the same week over week with some fluctuations here. You can see dropped a few, added a few. But here you'll see a very high level view of any optimization changes you make. So if you change your keywords, you'd see the changes here. Let me see if I can find one where I did make a change recently. I made a change to this one recently, and I'm going to open it up so you can see I updated it here. I did lose some keywords. But I actually gained a first page ranking for a keyword here. So, product, so I wanted to make sure it was updated. And I think that once I updated it, I have regained some rankings. So now I want to see, okay, well, what rankings did change? So if I click on this little icon, this little up and down icon, we're going to see all the keywords this product has been optimized for and what those rankings are week over week. So if I scroll down, you can see here are all my rankings and I can see where I am. So these are keywords that are optimized for, but I am not ranking for. Like I'm not going to rank for coloring for this product. So you can see here all the different keywords and what my current ranks are. And here you can see, again, what those exact changes are when you are optimizing and making updates to your products. And then the last icon, if you want to update a keyword, what you can do is click on this and it'll take you directly to that title analyzer where you can run it and play around and maybe find some additional keyword opportunities. Going back to the store audit, you can see how this will give you easy tracking of all your optimizations and of all your products. So when you're making changes, which we know, hopefully you're making more changes than I am, but when you're making your changes, you can have the direct tangible results on keywords you're optimized for and the rankings. Now, obviously the missing piece is how many views and sales you're getting. And that's where you'll need to marry up the optimizations to the changes in those views and sales. But at least this part will take care of tracking all those changes that you're making so you know when those changes were made and what the results were as far as keywords and rankings. So I hope you can see the value in the store audit and how it can really help you push your store to the next level. It's a great tool, especially if you have a lot of products, and it'll help you get a handle on how your store shows up on TPT.